So some of you might have seen some blog posts that I wrote 18 years ago that some people happened to find online. And I'm sure most of you didn't see it, but that's okay. I'm going to tell you about it anyway. And I know now more people will see it.
Hold it now.
On this week's Social Guru, we cover an old classic warhorse, the let's get out of here rule. This one's been passed on for centuries and helped even the Vikings get laid. I actually lost my virginity with this rule, by the way, I'm not gonna lie. So you're in the club, you finally use the 5-second rule because you're smart now, because you follow bro tip, and you start talking to this girl, it finally leads to hooking up, and you're bold enough to grab an ass cheek and then maybe even get some hand play downstairs.
We have a camel toe photo for you.
Oh wow, okay.
And you have to guess who the owner of that camel toe is.
And boy, back then did I have a lot of learning and growing to do. So some of the stuff that was written on there was totally offensive, insensitive, ignorant. If you read it and go, wow, man, you need to learn a lot, you're absolutely right.
So we have obtained a photo of a celebrity's camel toe. It is a close-up, so I'm off the kids if they've never seen a gine. Let's go to the picture.
Gine.
Let's do a little close-up. Who's camel toe?
Oh, for the love of God.
Take a while to guess.
All right, bring me back to the non-close-up. I've had enough of the close-up. That's interesting. Who is that? Huh. Okay, I got it. I don't even know what sexy is. What is that?
It's like saying sexy.
Oh, sexy. Okay, I got it.
So if any of you have already read it, I certainly apologize to the people who were offended by it because you were right to be offended. And it was a young, immature guy back then trying to show how cool he was by being edgy and politically incorrect. Well, what I didn't realize back then, and I think that I've learned throughout these years, is that being politically incorrect sounds fun to you, I guess, when you're a young guy like that, but not everybody sees it the same way.
Woohoo! Wait a minute! Oh, you know what? I got it.
No, you can't.
No, look, I don't know, I'm guessing. But I'm gonna go for Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh, you saw the pictures before.
No, I didn't!
Winner.
And if you're making jokes about sex as I was, you might see it a little bit differently if you look at it from the perspective of a woman who has been harassed or assaulted. Then you look at it from a completely different perspective, and understandably so. What we've been trying to do on this show for the entirety of its existence is to learn to empathize with one another.
She's not making you give her the money. She's just saying, if you enjoy me pulling mace out of my bra, all right, put in $5, $10, and let me pay this thing off. It's a free country. She's not making you. And she's providing a service. People are enjoying the videos.
Come on. Go to school. Do something else with your life.
I don't think so. I think this is using her best asset. I don't know her personally. Maybe she'd be a brilliant lawyer. I really don't.
I mean, look, this is up her alley. Like, she poses in naked pictures. She's into this kind of thing, so it's fine. All right. I mean, if you are
up her alley.
If you are comfortable doing this type of stuff, exploiting your body in this way, then go ahead and do so. I'm judging you, but I'm gonna pretend like I'm not. Okay? I think you're fucking dumb.
So look, I can go on and on. In the beginning, I didn't believe in climate change. I had absurd ideas that mold wasn't real. Jesus, how weird is that?
Anyway, so I was looking through the other panelists, and one of the panelists on YouTube is a bunch of hot girls. They're the fantasy sports girls, I think is what they call themselves. And they're all insanely hot and wearing insanely skimpy clothing. So I watched several of their videos to find out what was happening in fantasy football.
So for all the mistakes that I have made in that journey, and they are plentiful, including those blog posts, of course I apologize. And by the way, I deleted them not yesterday when the news reports came out, but over a dozen years ago. You know why? Because I didn't stand by them. I looked at them and I was like, that is embarrassing. That is totally wrong and inappropriate. So I think and hope again that folks can come to an understanding where they say, I think this guy's getting a little better, you know, and everybody's got a lot of work to do, most especially me.
What's that hanging out from underneath her shirt?
Those are her titties.
They are indeed. I think this is going to be a new trend. I'm calling it right here, right now.
Okay, all right. Number one, this is not a new trend. This is something that has happened several times. I could name women in the 80s who wore shirts like that.
Nah, you
Yeah,
know what?
definitely.
First one ever, right here, this girl.
This is not a first-time thing. This has happened several times. There are women who like to wear their bikinis that way, where there's a little bit of underboob showing.
No, but this is done on, like, those underboobs, like, theoretically a mistake. She's doing this on purpose, right? And I can see this because normally, hey, you know what? Nobody's, like, normally you don't show the underside of your boobs. I think that's clever. I think that's ingenious, right? And once people realize, hey, wait a minute, I don't have to show the top of my boobs. I can show the bottom of my boobs as long as I keep the nip covered,
You're
right?
totally right. I should come to work looking like that tomorrow.
I'm just saying. Look, hey, I'm just throwing ideas out there, man. I'm the ideas guy.
What is the next move? You need to get out of there, and you need to get out of there fast. Hopefully with the girl. So you have to use these 5 magic words. Let's get out of here. You might think, wait a minute, there's no way this is gonna work. Yes, it does. Let's get out of here. It's time to get out of there, and it's time to separate her from her herd, meaning her crowd of girlfriends that are going to do their best to cock block you because they're fat and lonely.